today we're going to be crocheting a cowl. If this is your very first time picking up a crochet hook, or if it's been a while, make sure to check out the Crochet 101 playlist first. That's going to walk you through all the stitches that we're going to be doing today, all 2 of them. This is a beginner level pattern aimed for absolute beginners, so if you are brand spanking new to crochet, then you are in the right place. We've got a 2-color cowl. This is the easier one, and then if you're feeling a little fancy after that, maybe make the 3-color cowl. These are closer fitting cowls. I find that the ones that are larger are a little bit like, what's the point? Because if it's not covering your neck, then it's not going to keep you very warm. So you really want it to just be able to stretch over the top of your head, and then you get this lovely, lovely slouchy cowl that you can tuck inside your jacket, and you will be cozy, cozy, cozy. Ready to get started? Let's do this. Okay, so we're going to start with a slip knot. We're going to cross our yarn to form a loop, and then you're going to lay that loop over the strand of yarn that's coming from your skein. That's your working yarn. Grab onto that strand, that middle one there, with one hand, and then pull on the tail with the other hand to tighten. Your crochet hook goes in the loop there, and you can pull on that working yarn. To decrease that loop size, you want it just a little bit bigger than your crochet hook. Go ahead and get your yarn held, and we can start chain stitching. So we're gonna yarn over, pull the yarn through the loop, and pull it up a little bit. Yarn over, pull it through, pull it up a little bit. Just try to make all your stitches the same size. And after you've done a few, you'll just want to move your hold up a little closer to the hook here so that you have good control over your stitch work. You're going to chain a total of 115 stitches. You can do a few extra or less than that if you want to change the size. You just want to keep it an odd number. That's going to help later on down the road. So 115 or a little more or less, but an odd number. Okay, when you're ready to start row 1, you're going to work into the second chain from the hook. That's 1 and that's 2 there. So we're going to do a single crochet. We're going to put our hook in the stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, and pull through 2. 1 single crochet made. And for this first row, we're just gonna single crochet all the way across. So remember, it's just insert, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, and pull it through 2. Insert, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, and pull it through 2. All right, when you get to the end of that first row, you might want to go back and just mark that first stitch. That's going to help you identify that stitch when we come back to it. And then we actually need to change colors for row 2, so I'm going to go ahead and undo that last stitch that I did. I'm going to remove my hook from the loop there and just pull on that working yarn to undo that last stitch. Remember, you always have this option if you make a mistake or you don't like a color that you tried, just want to change something, you can always undo and crochet. That's one of the best things about it. Okay, we're going to put our hook back in the loop there to resume. We're going to start our last single crochet in that stitch there. So we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, and pull it through. And then we're going to go ahead and drop that color of yarn. Don't worry about cutting it. We'll pick up our new color of yarn, and we're going to yarn over with that new color. And pull it through 2. And then I like to go back and pull on that old color of yarn just to tighten that last loop a little bit, make it look a little neater. And then I'm going to adjust the loop size that I've got on my hook there. Okay, we're ready to start round 2. So we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Okay, and this is where the real stitch pattern happens. So we've got a single crochet stitch here for the first one. And then we're going to chain one. Okay. Then we're going to skip the next stitch there. Skip that one, and we're going to go into the next one. And we're going to do another single crochet stitch. And we're going to chain one. And again, we're going to skip the next stitch, skipping this one and working into the next one. Single crochet, chain one, skip one, single crochet. You're going to do this all the way across for row 2 here till you get to those last 3 stitches. Then you're going to do the chain one, skip one, single crochet in the next one, and then you're going to single crochet in the last one. And I'm just going to pop this stitch marker off really quick to make it easier to work into that last stitch. Using a stitch marker to mark the first stitch of every round can be really helpful for beginner crocheters, just until you get more comfortable with what the stitches look like and what the beginning and the ending of the rows look like. All right, so that's our last single crochet. Then we're going to move that marker to the first stitch of row 2. All right, go ahead and lock that. And then we're ready to start row 3. So we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn our work to start row 3. Okay, so row 3, we're going to start with a single crochet. Okay, and then we're going to chain 1. Then we're going to skip the next stitch. That's the little V there. And we're going to work into the space next to it. This is the space that we create when we chain stitch. So we're going to single crochet in that space, chain 1, skip the next stitch, and go into the space next to it there, in between the V's. Single crochet, chain 1, skip the next stitch, and go into the space. You're going to do that all the way across to the last 3 stitches. And then you're going to chain 1, skip 1, and single crochet in the last 2. So I'm just going to remove my marker here again from the last stitch. Okay, and we are going to change colors here. So I'm going to go ahead and start this last stitch. And then I'm just going to yarn over with the new color of yarn, the one that's still attached to your work there, and complete the last stitch. So row 4 and beyond is all going to be the same as row 3. It's just that single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, repeat, and you're going to change colors every 2 rows. For that 2-color cowl, you're just going to switch back and forth between the 2 colors that you have there. And for the 3-color cowl, just go ahead and pause on the color chart here for your color changes. When you're ready to start your last and final row, row number 41, it's super easy. We're just going to single crochet in each stitch and chain space across. So the spaces are in between the V's there. Single crochet. And then the stitch, you'll work into the V itself there. And you're just going to continue across. Okay, so we'll finish off the row with our last single crochet there. Okay, and then to tie off our work here, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to pull that loop up, about 6 inches away from our work. Take your hook out, grab your scissors, and go ahead and cut the loop at the top there. Perfect. And then we'll just pull one of the yarns to pull it out, pull on the other one there to tighten that last loop so it's nice and snug and secure. And we're going to go ahead and cut our other color or colors of yarn. You want them to be, again, about 6 inches away from your work. Okay, and now we're ready to finish. Okay, so now we're ready to finish our cowl here. So we're gonna fold the one side into the middle, fold the other side into the middle so that they meet there. And then we're just gonna sew the two sides together. I recommend using the mattress stitch. That's gonna make it so that that seam is barely visible on the right side of your cowl. And that's pretty much it. You're all done.